MLB second baseman, 10 to 6, 2015 edition. Let's go. Before we get started, I would like to announce the guys that I did miss on the honorable mentions due to possibly being dumb and forgetting them or just forgetting to put them on the list. The first one is Howie Kendrick, age of 32. Free agent second baseman, great season for him. Hopefully he finds a new home or he stays in LA. Who knows? But we'll see what happens to Howie Kendrick. And Colton Wong, age 25, St. Louis Cardinals, second baseman, great young player, has developed into a premier guy, and hopefully maybe next year he'll end up on the list. Number 10, Anthony Rendon, age 25, Washington Nationals second baseman. 2014, he played third base. I thought he would stay at third base. He became a second baseman, and with time, this year hasn't been his year. He's been having to deal with a lot of injuries, and really, he didn't have that season that he had back in 2014 when he was the case for being the MVP of the National League. But let's take a look at what he's done this year. 80 games played, 311 at bats, 43 runs scored, 82 hits, 16 doubles, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs, 36 walks, 70 strikeouts, a stolen base, 264 average, 344 on base, 363 slugging, 707 OPS. That to me shows that he's got pretty much what he did this year was, it wasn't that bad. I mean, he got home runs, he had those hits. He didn't get to play much, like I said, just because those injuries really killed him. But I believe when he was there, he was he was a guy that was still going to be one of those guys that you have to watch out for. You have to be, okay, well, we have to be on our heels and we have to know what we're doing here. And so, I mean, really, he's done a great job. Like I said, what did he get from all the hype? He had a great 2014 campaign that capped off with the Silver Slugger Award. And really, he's become a really good player on this Nationals organization. People do not really get much recognition. He doesn't get much recognition, but he's actually a really good defender, fielder. And you see this year with the games he played at second base, he had 107 putouts, 137 assists, committed 4 errors, had 35 double plays, 984 fielding percentage, and when he did play third base this year, he had 10 putouts, 36 assists, 4 double plays, and a perfect fielding percentage. So it goes to show you that he's a great defender. Definitely is improved from last year, and I think he's gonna be able to be better, and I hope he has a bounce back year. I hope he becomes the most improved player from 2014. Hopefully, he just surges into being just this great MVP type candidate player that he was in 2016, and we'll wish him the best. But he definitely deserves to be on this countdown anyway, and he is number 10. Number 9, Ian Kinsler, age 33, Detroit Tigers second baseman. We all know Ian Kinsler, the longtime Ranger, got into a trade in 2014, went to the Detroit Tigers, and didn't get to the postseason. Unfortunately, Detroit did not get to the postseason in 2015. I know they're trying to figure that out, but they don't have to figure out about their second baseman. Ian Kinsler is a 4-time All-Star, a 2-time 30-30 club type guy, Wilson Defensive Player of the Year award winner. He's a guy that will get it done for you on either sides of what you need, whether it be at the plate or with his glove. He can do it, and he's just a reliable baseball player. For many years, he's been able to do this. Again, this year in itself, 154 games played, 624 at bats, 94 runs scored, 185 hits, 35 doubles, 7 triples, 11 home runs, 73 RBIs, 43 walks, 80 strikeouts. He had 10 stolen bases, 296 average, 342 on base, 428 slugging, 770 OPS. This is a guy that this year had a great offensive year, even with the struggles of Detroit trying to become a playoff team and all that stuff, having to deal with all that and the injuries, Miguel Cabrera not being healthy at a point. He still was very productive, and he was a leader, and he played in, like I said, 154 games out of 162. That's really good. Again, putouts, he had 289, 425 assists, He did commit 13 errors and 109 double plays. He had a 982 fielding percentage. With the 13 errors, though, um, that's a lot again. But I mean, every infielder will have multiple type of errors. It's not like they're terrible defenders because they commit errors. Every baseball player commits errors. But what is impressive to me is his fielding percentage has always been there in the 80s, 90s range. It has been 70s, but it's never been below that. So he's able to make sure he's a quality defender. He's a good defender, and I don't have anything against Ian Kinsler. Ian Kinsler is a productive player that he's going to continue to produce, and Detroit is lucky to have him. So definitely, it's a win-win. Number 8, Neil Walker, age 30, New York Mets second baseman. Before I even get to Neil Walker, let me first apologize for not getting you the contract status on both of the players, Ian Kinsler and Anthony Rendon. Anthony Rendon has no contract as of right now, and Ian Kinsler has 2 years, $30 million. So let's talk about Neil Walker. First of all, he's got no contract. Hopefully that will be worked out in the kinks with the New York Mets organization. I know that will be. Um, but let's just see. Pretty much Neil Walker's been traded from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the New York Mets earlier this year. I was around possibly early December around there or late November. But with all this trade talking, yeah, Neil Walker has been traded to the New York Mets, and that's what the New York Mets I think needed. They needed a guy like Neil Walker to be in there in that organization, and he's a great player. Again, Silver Slugger in 2014. He's been able to just be just a quality guy for the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. People don't really know much about him uh, because they don't really pay attention to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh has been so bad for so many years that even Andrew McCutchen was a guy that people didn't really pay attention to. But Neil Walker is this guy that really has turned himself into one of the elite second basemen in the league, and it shows. This year, 151 games played, 543 at bats, 69 runs, 146 hits, 32 doubles, 3 triples, 16 home runs, 71 RBIs, 44 walks, 110 strikeouts, 4 stolen bases, 269 average, a 328 on base, 427 slugging, 755 OPS. So offensively, he's all pretty much he's got that great offensive ability to produce. He can produce and he's able to bring in runs. And Pittsburgh, at the time, they needed that. They continued to surge with Neil Walker, and Neil Walker was a big piece of them. Unfortunately, like myself, I was very shocked when I saw that the Pittsburgh Pirates didn't even get past the wild card game with the roster that they had. But that's a different story. Neil Walker, though, deserves a lot of recognition for the success that Pittsburgh has had these past 3 years. Looking at it, I mean, defensively, 236 putouts, 418 assists, 7 errors, and 103 double plays, and 989 fielding percentage. That's a great fielder's type of area, and really he's become a really reliable defender and also reliable hitter. So he's a reliable guy that the Mets need, and Pittsburgh lost. Pittsburgh didn't lose, but they traded, and I think I would say it's going to really influence the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't think the Pirates will be the same without Neil Walker, and I think the Mets gained a big-time guy here. So good job on the Mets' part, and yeah, definitely Neil Walker, one of the top second basemen in the league. Number 7, Jason Kipnis, age 28, Cleveland Indians second baseman. This is another guy that in the Indians organization that is a great player. His contract says 4 years, $35 million. So he's going to be staying there for a while. Cleveland has a very bright future in them. They have a lot of young talent. They have a lot of young talent that has come up from the minor leagues. Jason Kipnis accolades right now, 2-time All-Star. He's got in his 2015 season, he's 141 games played, 565 at bats, 86 runs scored, 171 hits, 43 doubles, 7 triples, 9 home runs, 52 RBIs, 57 walks, 107 strikeouts, 12 stolen bases, 303 batting average, 372 on base, 451 slugging, 823 OPS, and fielding numbers. He was able to also impress with having 203 putouts, 311 assists, only committed 7 errors, 69 double plays, and a 987 fielding percentage. So he was as much as a great defender, as much as also a great hitter. He was able to produce for the team, and he was a great baseball player all around this year. He had a slumping 2014 season, but when I had him in 2013, he was around number 4, so he did kind of drop, but it's fine because he's still one of the best second basemen in the game, and Cleveland has pretty much a high future in this guy, and there's a lot of people in the organization that are going to do really good things. So Cleveland Indians are going to be one of those really great teams in 2 years or so. Number 6, D. Gordon, age 27, Miami Marlins second baseman. This is a guy that is, I'd say, the fastest player in Major League Baseball, along with Billy Hamilton. He has the tools in order of being just a great hitter, and it showed this year. He was not just a speed guy, but he can do it in the on the in during the going to the plate, or he's also a great fielder. So let's just take a look at it. He's a two-time All-Star, a Gold Glove winner, Silver Slugger winner, NL batting champion, and a two-time MLB stolen base leader. Pretty much all those awards came from this year, last year, sorry, 2015 season. So it just shows to you how much of D. Gordon has improved and how much of a playmaker he's been. Um, Again, 4 years in this league, was a Los Angeles Dodger, went to the Miami Marlins, had a 1 year deal, and now he has actually no contract signed as of yet. He's got arbitration rights. Hopefully, I really do hope this is the Miami Marlins team that wakes up and says we need to sign this guy right now because he is a must-have. This year he had 145 games played, 615 at bats, 88 runs scored, 205 hits, 24 doubles, 8 triples, 4 home runs, 46 RBIs, 25 walks, 91 strikeouts, 58 stolen bases, a 333 average, a 359 on base, 418 slugging, and a 777 OPS. That shows what kind of hitter he was. He was an improved hitter, and he still had that speed. Because 58 stolen bases for me, like in this age, is pretty damn crazy. So he showed what kind of player he is. Um, um, on defense, he had 293 putouts, 434 assists, only committed 6 errors, and I had 111 double plays. Overall, 992 fielding percentage. So he was almost perfect. Just 6 errors for an infielder. That's pretty impressive. And to me, it shows that he's just an overall great athlete, and he's one of the most dangerous second basemen in the league. So he deserves to be up high on this list, and hopefully he'll keep climbing as next year rolls around.